But for racers listening who want to compete, maybe if they're even out there already, if they want to compete at a high level like you have, what's the one skill or mindset that helped you stay competitive over your career?
Just surrounding yourself with the right people, and like I said, I was fortunate in the beginning. My dad was always, a good businessman, so when we adapted to go racing, we use that motto. You treat your hobby like a business, and if you run it, look professional, you act the part, even if you don't have the money to do it. It doesn't cost money to clean, doesn't cost money to organize. That's what's funny, when guys that say they don't have the money and their pit looks like a disaster, they're not cleaned up themselves. It's like, that doesn't cost money to clean yourself up. For sponsors to come up and look at a program, and that's a hard part, chasing the money. So organization, I know I've been harping on that. That's huge. The right people, go to the races, look at what the fast guys are doing. I would say, walk around, you introduce yourself, see how they're approaching it, how are they racing, how are they doing it. I've always done that. And if you can hang around them, you end up being like them. Not necessarily be like them, but see how they have done it, and then take your own approach. But you don't go try to do everything on your own in the beginning, because it's almost impossible. Start working on a car. That's what I did. I went and worked on a car and kind of saw how they did it, and right or wrong or different, you kind of see how they got it done, but it's tough, it's not a cheap sport, and to start from scratch, it's difficult, and you got to have lucky breaks. And, pretty much almost everyone has that same story of a lucky break, someone that helped them out. Watching Maddie Gordon right now, it's a great opportunity for her, what she's gone through, but she worked hard, family car, family business, saw how Mike and, her dad and her grandpa did it. And she adapted that and knows how to work on the car, knows how to put motors together. And Ron saw that, he's no dummy, and then obviously knows how to drive. That was a no-brainer, put her in the car. She did a great job. So, it's like, that wasn't a luck deal. She earned that, and so I'm excited for her, stuff like that. But, on the alcohol ranks, yeah, I'd say up and comers, go apply yourself, get out there, start working on cars, start trying to round up money. And, it'll happen. If you want it hard, you want it bad enough, you can do it, but you got to want it hard, and it's not easy. And even the ones that are out there still doing it, it's one thing to get there, and then it's a whole other thing to maintain it. And I'm telling you, at times, it's almost harder to maintain it than it is just to get there. So just sometimes you look at operation like, oh, they got it, just kind of came to them. We work at it every day. I'm not full-time on either car by any means, but there are people that are on the teams, and I talk to these guys every day, they bust their butts. So it's a lot of work, and put your head down and dig hard, and don't stop till you're there.